Hello students, in this class we will discuss about tenses. Tenses are of three types: present tense, past tense and future tense. Again, in present tense we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Similarly, in past tense we have simple past, past perfect, past continuous and past perfect continuous. And in future tense also we have simple future, future continuous, future perfect, future perfect continuous. Now, when to use simple present tense? Simple present tense is used for habitual actions. The indicators are usually, generally, occasionally, seldom, always, often, every day, every morning, every week, every month, every year, daily, like this. Now, what is the rule? It has two verbs. One is be form verb, another is do form verb. When it is be form verb, I am, we are, you are, he is, she is, it is, they are. When it is do form verb, subject plus present tense form of the verb plus object or complement. For example, I go to school every day. But when the doer is he, she, it, we have to add yes with the present tense form of the verb. Kala goes to school daily. And regarding present continuous, subject plus helping verb present tense form plus verb ing. For example, I am writing a letter now. We are writing our homework now. You are writing your homework now. He is writing his homework now. She is writing her homework at present. They are writing their homework at present. So, present continuous is used to indicate when the action is in progress. And the next one is present perfect. Present perfect is used in between present tense and past tense. The structure is subject plus have or has plus just or already plus verb past participle plus object or complement. For example, I have already done my work. I have just finished my work. But when the doer is he, she, it, we have to use has. And always remember the have or has to be always followed by the past participle form of the verb and present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous tense is used for the actions which started some time back and are still in progress. The sentence structure is subject plus have or has plus subject plus have or has plus been plus verb ing plus since bar for. When point of beginning of the time is noted, it is since is used. For duration of time, for is used. For example, I have been doing this work since 2 o'clock, point of time. I have, now the time is 4 o'clock. So 2 hours duration. I have been doing this work for 2 hours. In the case of he, she, it, she has been doing this work since 2 o'clock. She has been doing this work for 2 hours, like that. Now we go to past tense. First we'll take up simple past. Simple past is used for an action which took place in the past time. The indicators are yesterday, last month, last year, last evening, 1 month before, 1 hour back, like that. For example, I was in Chennai yesterday. We were in Chennai yesterday. You were in Chennai yesterday. He was in Chennai yesterday. It was in Chennai yesterday. They were in Chennai yesterday. This is with regard to be form verb. With regard to do form verb, I came from Chennai last night. We came from Chennai last night. You came from Chennai last night. He came from Chennai last night. She came from Chennai last night. It came from Chennai last morning. And they came from Chennai this morning. With regard to simple past tense, we need not add yes when the action doer is he or she or it. But in the case of simple present tense, when the doer is he or she or it, we have to use add yes to the simple present tense form of the verb. Next we go to past continuous. This refers to an action which was in progress some time back. I was reading newspaper this morning when your friend came to meet me. You were reading English this morning. We were playing cricket last evening. He was playing tennis last evening. She was singing songs this morning. And it was going to playground this morning. They were speaking in the meeting last evening, like that. Then we take up past perfect. Past perfect is used for the first past action when we think about or talk about two past actions. For example, I went to a railway station. Then the train came. Here, went is the first past action. The train came is the second past action. So we have to use had plus pp for the first past action. After I had gone to railway station, the train came. I had gone to railway station before the train came. When I had gone to railway station, the train came. So we can use past perfect, that is had plus verb pp for the first past action. Past perfect continuous. This refers to a routine past action which was taking place some time back and it is not available now. It is not an habitual action presently. I had been reading for at least a year before my sister came to study in this school. I had been working in a company before I became a teacher, like this. Now let us take up simple future. Simple future is used to refer to an action which is yet to take place. I will come to your house tomorrow morning. We will come to your house tomorrow morning. He will come to your house tomorrow morning. She will come to your house tomorrow morning. They will come to your house tomorrow morning. But the routine practice is to use a shall after I and we, and for other second person and third person, the rule is to use will. But in common practice, will plus present tense form of the verb is used nowadays for all things. Future continuous, it refers to a future action which is yet to take place and which is expected to take place sometime. I will be reading for my exam this evening. I will be waiting for you this evening. I will be meeting your friend tonight, like this. Future perfect tense is used to an action which is expected to be completed at a particular point of time in future. The structure is subject plus will have verb pp plus by this time tomorrow. They will have reached here by this time tomorrow morning. You will have completed 5 years by this time next year. The train will have arrived the station by this time tomorrow morning. Like this, the sentence structure is subject plus will have verb pp by this time or future indicator plus object. Future perfect continuous is used for an action which is expected to be in progress in future. For example, I will have been reading for at least 2 hours before dinner tonight. Like this. So there are three kinds of three tenses comprising 12 forms. In present tense, we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Similarly, in past tense, simple past, past perfect, past continuous, past perfect continuous, and in future tense, we have simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Repeated practice will make you to learn better because this is very, very important in English. Next, we will take up sentence pattern. There are 5 components in a sentence: subject, verb, object, complement, and adjunct. Subject, yes, we indicate it as yes. It consists of nouns or pronouns and it occurs before a verb. Next, verb. It is indicated as we. It consists of auxiliary verbs or finite verbs. Auxiliaries are an, is, or, was, were, has, have, had, does, do, did. And we can also use modals: can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must. Semi modals are dare to, need to, used to, ought to. Finite verbs, they denote action. They have different tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. For example, sing, play, write, make, dance, live, create, etc. Verbs occur after the subject. Verbs occur before the object. Now, first sentence pattern we will take up S plus V. I am giving the examples for this type. Raja talks. They are listening. We were arguing. People were celebrating. Magesh has played. We cooked. The thief stole. She will write. I shall teach. He is sleeping. So this is S plus V. The next we talk about object. Object O consists of nouns or noun phrases or noun classes. DO. In object we have two types. One is direct object and another is indirect object. A direct object, DO, answer the questions of what? Yes, B, O. The sentence pattern S plus V plus O. Sheila likes cats. Sheila likes what? Cats. And indirect object. Indirect object answer the question whom. S, V, I, O. I met Sweetie. I met who? Sweetie. Next, I give you some examples for this S plus V plus O pattern. Ram irons his shirt. Lakshmi sings a song. She handles the computer. They manufacture tires. We received the letter. And next, for S plus V plus DO plus IO pattern. I gave a pen to him. He bought a sari for his wife. He sold his cycle to me. They granted leave to me. They presented him a car. Some examples for S plus V plus IO plus DO pattern. I gave him a pen. He bought his wife a sari. He sold me his bicycle. They granted me leave. She prepared me coffee. So when the IO comes last, we have to use a suitable preposition. Generally, to is used. I gave him a pen. This is SVIODO. Suppose you want to change it SVDOIO, you have to write like this. I gave a pen to him like this. Next we take up complement. Complement usually is indicated as C from the word complete. Completes the meaning in the sentence. Without it, the meaning is incomplete or the meaning changes. Occurs in two patterns. One is SVC, another is SVOC pattern. In SVC pattern, the complement C complements the subject, tells about the subject. Without C, the sentence is incomplete or sentence changes its meaning. Used to form, grew, became, seems for verb. SVC, some examples. They are players. He is wise. I am an Indian. It grew dark. The class became noisy. It seems absurd. She was angry. So, generally, they are used after be form verbs. But the dog eats bone. I like puppies. Sita scolded the boy, or different persons and different things. Whether she was angry. She was angry means she herself was angry. And the dog eats bones. This is SVO. So the verb used in this sentence is generally either be form verb or intransitive verbs. Next we take up SVOC pattern. The complement tells about the object. The complement and object are the same person or thing. They called Einstein a genius. Mother keeps her kitchen clean. We named the puppy Rexy. I found him crying. They elected Rahim leader. So they elected Rahim leader, same person or same thing. With the C, the sentence gives a complete meaning. But in SVDOIO, we presented a watch to him. Mother gave a slap to me. The president delivered a speech to the audience. These are different. DO and IO are different, and we should not get confused with C. C is completes the sentence. Adjunct. Adjunct is indicated as A, answers the questions where, when, how, and why. Without A, no changes in the meaning of the sentence. Without A, adjunct also a sentence can be used. For example, how? By bus, by cycle. I came to school by bus. By mixing, by hard work, eagerly. Where? Here, there, everywhere, in the sky, at home, at school. When? Now, later, after 4 years. When young, in the morning, rarely, often. Why? Due to fever, through floods, under compulsion, carefully. So, adjuncts are the answers for the questions how, where, when, and why. Now, I will give the examples for adjuncts. She comes every day. Sit here. Sit here, SV. SA. He drives the car slowly. SVOA. Muthu has been an officer for 10 years. SVCA. We present gifts to our friends on birthday. SVDOIOA. This morning at 5 I heard a noise. AASVO. We rarely go for movies over weekends. SAVAA. On the New Year's Eve, they distribute to all the guests cakes and sweets every year. ASVIODOA. Every morning at 5, the mullah chants prayers at the mosque without fail. AASVOAA. In the end, the judge declared the culprit innocent after the trial. ASOCA. And this is wonderful when we understand the sentence pattern, and you should practice more types of similar type of sentence patterns, which is possible by practice. Next, we will take up active voice and passive voice. Active voice means that a sentence has a subject that acts upon its verb. Passive voice means that a subject is a recipient of a verb's action. You may have learned that the passive voice is weak and incorrect, but it is not that simple. When used correctly and in moderation, the passive voice is fine. In English grammar, verbs have five properties, namely voice, mood, tense, person, and number. Here we are concerned with the voice. Two grammatical voices are active voice and passive voice. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action, it is called active voice. Sentences in the active voice have a strong, direct, and clear tone. Here we can categorize them as simply five types. Number one, when the tense is either present tense or past tense. For example, I eat idlis. Here, first stage is S plus V plus O. The next stage is the O comes first. O plus helping verb plus verb PP plus by plus object of the subject. For example, I becomes by me, we by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them, who by who. First, we will take up present tense and past tense. I give you two examples. I write my homework daily. I subject, write verb, my homework object. This is active voice because the doer subject is in the first place. The object is my homework. It comes first. My homework is done. I do my homework, do, did, done. Done is the verb past participle. I do my homework. This is active voice. My homework is done by me. This is with regard to simple present tense. With regard to simple past tense, I met him this morning. I met him. I subject, met, verb, him object. Him becomes subject and it becomes he. He was met by me this morning. This is first type. When the tense, verb is present tense or past tense, this is used. Second one is when the verb form is in the present continuous or in past continuous form. Being is used. I was doing my homework this morning. I subject was doing my homework. This is object. My homework was being done. Doing becomes being done this morning. My homework was being done by me this morning. This is called being type. The third one is be type for the models and will, shall, can, could, may, might, must, should. For this we use be. I will meet you tomorrow. I subject will meet verb, you object. You will be met by me tomorrow. Will be is will meet becomes will be met. The next one is been. When the sentence has have or has or had, been is added in the passive voice. I have written a letter. I subject have written verb a letter. A letter is object, it comes first. A letter has been written by me. Because a letter is singular, third person, we use has. I repeat, I have written a letter. A letter has been written by me. They have cancelled the program. The program has been cancelled by them. We have invited them for the dinner. They have been invited by me for the dinner. She had written the exam. The exam had been written by her. So there is no change when had is there, had been plus verb pp. But when have or as is there, please change have as has or has as have, depending upon the subject. When the subject is third person singular, we have to use have or has. He, she, it is always followed by has plus verb pp. Also remember, after have or has or had, we should use past participle only. And the next type is regarding verb plus o. For example, write a letter. Write a verb, a letter, object. Write a letter, v plus o. Here, letter plus object plus be plus verb pp. Write a letter. Let a letter be written. If it is don't write a letter, let a letter be not written. So these are the important 5 models we have to take care of when we discuss about active voice and passive voice. This is very important in English grammar. By constant practice, it is not difficult for you to practice it well.